Hey, welcome back to FG Unleashed. I'm right here, man. We on this another episode of the Outside Perspective with Young Ant. Um, as y'all know, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, man. Get them subscribers up, man.
Make
You
sure
know
y'all
what I
share
mean?
it too.
Hey,
Make sure y'all share.
no doubt, no doubt. Now I'm here with Young Ant. We got a lot of questions pouring in. Like we say, we gonna get to the bottom of it. We gonna get you guys an answer. What question they got for us today, Ant?
The question was, how was it for me visiting my dad, you, in prison? And for me, that's not a sensitive topic, but it's hard for me to reflect because I try to forget about it. But when you go back in time, it was probably one of the worst feelings ever. Just having to go far and hours away just to visit your pops. You know, seeing them for a couple hours, and then you got to go home and then not see it to probably a week or two. So for me, it was a pretty bad feeling. I mean, when I was a kid, it felt like, oh man, this is never going to end.
Yeah.
This is never going to end. But it came to an end. But when you still look back at it, man, that's a feeling that I don't wish on no kid at all. And to be sitting there, you know what I'm saying, you can't show them your school projects. You can't show them what you did at football practice or basketball practice. You can't, you know what I'm saying, this is what my jersey looks like. Everything got to be sent through pictures or a story. So the connection was kind of, it wasn't bad, but it's not the same as it is today. And for me, I was affected by it. Like my little sister, for an example, we leave that visiting room. She's fine. And I'm cutting up a storm. I'm,
Hey
snatching
man,
up guards.
I was gonna ask you if you remember that, man, because you, when you really got heavy into it, you probably was about 2, and I mean, you don't know how many people know you, man. You used to shut the visiting room down. I'm talking about, I think you broke everybody's heart in the visiting room, and there was some cold gangsters in that visiting room, man. But they used to come up to me, man, damn near with like, you good? Because I mean, man, you used to, when it was time to go. Oh man, you was kicking and screaming. My daddy reaching for me, and I'm talking about everybody from the prison guards to the homies to the people that was visiting them. Everybody knew you, man, because they used to just,
Right.
oh, it was emotional, man. You made it hard. Loved seeing you every single time, man.
But
You was my guy, and when you seen me, you lit up like a Christmas tree. But when it was time to leave, I'm talking about, man, you broke everybody heart in there, man. And it was just, outside of having that kind of time, that kind of emotion right there, man. Like I said, I think everybody left up out of there like, damn,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, this ain't cool.
Right. Yeah, it was for a long time, it was difficult. I try to accept what it was, but I try to say I'm not gonna cry this time. I'm not gonna cry. And as you get older, obviously I'm not snatching on the guards and whatnot, but as you get, I'm still breaking down crying. I'm talking about all the way up to I was like 8, 9. I'm still crying.
Did you ever tell yourself like, daddy ain't never coming home?
Yeah, no. After like I'm gonna say like 4th grade, I'm like, man, they talking about when you coming home? I'll be home soon. You hear that after so many years.
Yeah.
I didn't play flag football. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, man, he ain't never. I don't know what he did, but he's never coming
Yeah, he
home.
never
And
coming
then,
home.
I do remember and it's crazy how my mom put this over my head. We used to call you 5 minutes. Some 10 minutes sometimes. And the last time she called you, boom, and then she hung up the phone. And then she called you back. It took me years later to be like, we had never got to call them back in history, but that was when you got to the halfway house.
Yeah.
But it was even still difficult then. I don't think people realize that halfway house is like, literally halfway in the home.
Yeah, and
So you
halfway in
still-
prison. Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. So you still got to go back and go to the halfway house, and it was still rough. But I knew you was home because you making it to certain things. We doing this, we getting ice cream. But man, I'm talking about how many different 2, 3 different facilities. You know what I'm saying? Some far, some a little closer. It's not
And when I was in Texas, we went a year without seeing each other.
I was just thinking about the other day. I don't remember that year. I'm not seeing you.
Yeah.
So it was for sure tough. It's not something that if you, that's always a thing you got to think about when you're doing dirt is your kids, because it's not an easy road on them. I'm more so thankful that I came home when I was like 10. So from 10 to 19, those are the years that you got to mold yourself as a man. And I'm happy I got those years. But for example, like my brothers, on the other hand, it was going from 12 to 20.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's a different for me from them, because I got you on those pivotal years where, okay, now it's time.
Right. They
you know what I'm
missed
saying?
that, man. They
Yep.
missed 12 to 20. That's everything.
And that for me, I know it is because I can. It was much easier from 2 to 10.
Right,
because
right.
I'm still in elementary school, but as you start being a man, you know, iron your clothes is
Man,
what, you know
you
what I'm saying?
need your father, yeah.
Man, put some lotion on, stuff like that. You need.
Hey, listen, you guys, this is a part of the life, man. When you out there doing that dirt, man, you know, this is what you got to go through. You know, this is what not snitching does. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know, I'd rather you just not be out there doing it, or out there getting yourself in situations where you finna get a whole bunch of time, and you know, because this is the effect of it. Hey, let's thank Young Ant, the outside perspective. Appreciate y'all for tapping in on FG Unleashed.
Appreciate y'all.